had a really good fight night tonight. I got to money match. I money matched Hat. I money matched Waker. I money matched Gaze. I think it was just those three. I lost to Waker and Gaze, and I beat Hat. But Gorf wouldn't money match me. Lester wouldn't money match me. Avram said he was going to, but he didn't show up. I also played a lot of friendlies with everyone. It was really good. I played hot against. Oh, and I also played Atheo. I money matched Atheo. It was Atheo, Hat, Waker, and Gaze. Hat was the only one that I beat. But I was playing really well. I did a lot of Falco practice last night, and most of it paid off. I wish I focused more on 2 frames, because most of neutral was kind of okay, non-interactive. Like, that's kind of what it led to, because that's kind of what the matchup is like. Like, I'm going to crouch, he's going to laser so I can't cook nades, and he's going to throw out side B whenever nades are near him, because it's intangible, and there's a reflector that's also disjointed, and it has a hitbox too. So, like, my nade cooks don't really work against Falco. What nades serve a purpose for in the matchup is disrupting combos. And that's not just the frame 1 pull that can get out of strings that he tries to go for. It's nades that are adjacent to me. So if there's a nade on the ground, or a nade on the platform, and he throws me up or like up tilts me, in theory a combo should be happening. But he has to play around this huge space that the grenade is covering. So, like, if there's a nade between us and the ground, if there's a nade up on a platform, and he throws me up, so he's on the ground, there's a platform with a nade on it, and then I'm above that. He has to space around that, and sometimes he just can't. So sometimes he'll throw me up, and then there's a nade between him, and he'll get hit by the nade, and I get a kill. Or whenever he's ledge trapping me, Cypher is always a problem for me. He can't reflect it. He can't stay at the usual range where he needs to punish neutral get up, to punish get up attack, to punish ledge jump. He can do that really well. But if I'm recovering low, and his down air doesn't kill me until like 70 plus, his back air doesn't kill me till like 100, like 120 plus, even at ledge. He doesn't get a lot of ledge traps. And so I can reset to neutral a lot of the time. I can outspace what he does a lot of the time. I can mix him up off ledge a lot of the time. And if he wants to win that interaction, he has to make himself very vulnerable. Which surprisingly is where I got a lot of my combo starters. It's where I got a lot of my advantage states, like reversals off of ledge, is from him trying to beat that out. Between stocks, it was super important. Something I used to do a lot last time was just stay on stage and cook nades. I don't do that anymore, because what they can do is they can hit the grenade to explode. And because they have Angel Platform invincibility, they don't risk anything. I just eat a grenade. I just eat 2 grenades if I have 2 grenades, and it's 20%, and they never get hit. What I do instead now is I just drop a grenade at ledge, and I pick up a grenade, so that there's an active hitbox, and if I get up with intangibility, like neutral get up shield, then there's a hitbox in front of him. Or I can drop 2 grenades at ledge, and then when the first one explodes, I can jump off B reverse through the second explosion, like chain reaction explosion, and I can shield, and then it's nade shield. I can roll out of that so he can't grab me so predictably. I can spot dodge. I can jump cancel it and like back air him if he's trying to space out with an aerial. There's just a lot of mixing up I can do. Full hop back air is really, really important for pressure, because without it, he would be in my face all the time, just outspacing up tilt. But because he has to play at that range, back air is super, super useful. If he tries to outspace back air, Then he's at this mid-range where side B is super reactable. I can just crouch into a laser. The reflector doesn't do all that much. It'll hit me, but it won't start a combo. And I can just react with shield to side B every time. I need to play super grounded, and then that range for him is super predictable, and I can call him out with back air also. And if I auto cancel it, then there's really not much you can do to punish it. So that's kind of how the Falco matchup went. I really should have two-framed him more. I got him off stage a lot of the time. He was getting really low a lot of the time, but I wasn't confident in my down smash spacing. I was spacing down smash a little too far away from ledge for it to two-frame a lot of the time. I never went for F smash two-frame. I got a few forward airs in. And then he stopped kind of trying to edge guard me there. But it's very much a non-interactive matchup. So neither of us really got a lot going. We would get like a combo sometimes, it would be interrupted, or like I would sometimes get a Rube Goldberg machine combo. And my punishes could have been better. I could have done better in punishes, but that's not the biggest thing I was bad at. Against Hat, he played pretty well. I feel like I kind of just outranged him with like down tilt. Played really reactively so that he couldn't like up smash out of shield, up B out of shield, or like forward air me, get me off stage, and then down air. He did down air me one time, but I mixed up my timing on up B, which I could be doing a lot better. I could be dropping it and then air dodging. That's something I'm not doing. I'm sort of spacing for the air dodge to drop the Cypher, like the first actionable frame air dodge to drop the Cypher right where it will hit them. But instead I could be doing like double jump, wait a little bit, and then up B so that I have time to drop it before I air dodge to ledge. Against Waker, that's something that I think would help a lot, because he's down aired me, I think, twice in the money match, or maybe just one time. But he did punish up B. So against Hat, I think my edge guards were good. Nikita, even though I can't really hit him with Nikita because he can reflect it, just getting it out really makes his recovery so much more linear. He can't go high, he can't usually go high, but he can't ride above ledge and then mix me up with my timing and get past me, because he has to go through ledge so slowly. And then the ledge grab limit, not the ledge grab limit, but the ledge slowing mechanic, where the moment you grab ledge, you have to wait 20 frames before you can pick a ledge option. Really made it pretty linear. Ledge crapping could be better. He did reflect my up smash sometimes, and that's something I ran in with Atheo, was reflecting. Like, up smash doesn't really work for pressuring him because he can just down B. And what makes reflected up smash so hard to deal with is that it increases the damage, which increases the priority of the connecting hitbox. So even though up smash usually gets beat out by a lot of projectiles, the moment it gets that next level up, the linking hitbox has so much more priority. So in situations where my up smash would trade with snake up tilt or snake back air, it just gets beat out. Even my early hit tip or back air, I think will always beat up smash, but late hit, waist hit, I think we'll lose to it usually. But at the reflected hitbox, I think that beats late sour back air. we played on PS2 and I lost, and then he let me pick Battlefield 3 times in a row, which felt really grimy. I didn't want to win that way, but if you let me take him there, I would take it. He didn't care.
Money matched Waker. My first game against this Byleth was really good, like I said. Crouching just helps a lot versus Arrow. It does so much against Arrow. He likes to charge Arrow in neutral and then like shield cancel it and forward air, kind of like Samus. But I can just crouch and it permanently puts me outside of range of Arrow, so I never have to worry about how the game opened up. Actually, I ran off the platform, I started crawling towards him, and he charged neutral beat, he canceled it, but before he could get away, I dash attacked him, and I got him on stage immediately, like that. So like, completely changes his game plan, and it makes it so that he has to play into my setups. I would get some setups like B reverse nades, like double B reverse nades, and he would up it, which would activate the grenade because it's essentially standing. And then I could get him get a combo. My up airs were really good. I killed him at like 80 a couple times off of a grenade. Even as Mega Man. Then he switched to Mega Man. He played Mega Man and Inkling, which I'm really glad I got VODs of. His pellet movement is honestly not the best. He was kind of just using Leaf Shield. And occasional pellets, and like, he didn't do much with Metal Blade because I started like interacting with it properly. Metal Blade is kind of lame in the Snake matchup. It doesn't do that much. But he could definitely get like Metal Blade up tilt combos thrown in there. Like if I'm crouching, my hitbox is so much more horizontal and he can get that. I died to up air a few times. Actually, most of the time you win for it. I'd never, like nothing really happened. But the first time I did die to it, I let go of my up B early. And then I also up B'd, like double jump up B'd, and then he up aired, which just killed me at like some like mid-low percent, like high mid percent, maybe like 70. It wasn't very hard for me to get off ledge. Neutral was a little difficult. I could use like platforms to prop grenades up and just cover the space in front of him, around him, which allowed me to get some combos because he would like throw out Leaf Shield or like he would space incorrectly around it, or I could condition him into something, which happened less so, but he was just afraid of getting hit by something other than grenades, so he got hit by grenades and then I hit him out of that, which is pretty good. I got a lot to review against a Theo, against Waker. Those are very, very tense sets. And then I money matched Gaze. Drake. I love that guy. He's so fun. He's so fun to talk to, and like such a good attitude. At first he was playing Mii Sword Fighter, game 4. I won game 5. And then he proceeded to pick Little Mac and win 4 games in a row. He got like tipper up B. He like he got in a clank situation and killed me out of it. He got a few KO punches. And like, I feel like I could have won that. It was so close. It was so close. So close. Not close enough. Man, it's so hard to play against them. Is me Sword Fighter? I think I got the matchup on lock. It's not... I don't want to say that, actually. I caught onto a lot of his bad habits, and that's why I was able to pressure him in a lot of certain scenarios. My neutral has been getting a lot better like lately. I've been dash attacking him, up tilting him, grabbing him, because he's playing outside of my range. Because he's not running into my zigzags. I can throw a grenade at him, force him off the platform, and force him off of ledge, and then call him out with a back air. Just so that he's afraid of me doing that, it makes it so much easier to land those combos. I can pull a grenade, reposition it onto the platform, and then throw out full hop back air. And there's just so many active hitboxes that it's possible for him to get out, but picking the wrong solution is so easy. It's so easy to get hit by a lingering back air, or running into grenade because of how big it is, or not dropping through the platform fast enough, or maybe trying to trade with back air, but you don't have enough disjoint even as a sword fighter to do that because Snake is broken. And it's I'm just exploiting my strengths as Snake really well. I stopped going to Smashville. I don't like Smashville. I like Hollow Bastion much more. Smashville was the only stage that I banned until he switched to Little Mac. But I didn't get to ban anything when he was Little Mac. He banned, and I picked stages. Man, that was so... It's very, very good. Very well done on his end. I definitely gotta look into why I was scared. I think I know why I was scared, actually. It's I've done this with Log before, and kill percent versus Little Mac is so much lower than it is for him. Because he has so much priority in neutral interactions that I can't really... It's not consistent for me to land a grenade, or hit, or a C4, or get a grab, or F-tilt him off stage. I can whiff punish him. That's the only thing I can do. I can whiff punish him. I can't. And even then, I have to be really careful about it, because if he has some armor that I'm not patient enough on his smash attacks and hit a grenade, I can interact them incorrectly and just extend the hitbox into myself. But I need to whiff punish with grabs. I need to whiff punish with jab. Not something not super risky that can link into jab, into grab. Jab and then read what he does out of shield. Or send him into a tech chase. And back air him if he tries to jump out of it. Stuff like that to get him off stage. And my edge guards could be a lot better. My edge guards could be so much better. He did this one angle, this one angle with side B that I did not know how to punish. I knew he was going to go high with side B, and I hoped that he would go low. I only needed one forward air to win the whole set, and he always went high, and I had no idea, I think I know what I could do there now. It's RAR back air, or up smash would help. I could charge up smash so he's discouraged, he goes to ledge maybe, and then I can throw him off stage again if I read his roll. or don't not read his role, but like punish his role on reaction and cover ledge jump, back air, like just stand at that distance where I can reactively punish ledge roll and preemptively position myself to cover neutral get up and get up attack with a grab and punish ledge jump with a back air preemptively. That's what ledge trapping is like for Snake. Little Mac doesn't really have like a drop off haymaker. I need to be ready to shield that, but it's not really threatening because I can just shield it. It's a pretty slow move. It's reactable. It's not that slow, but it's reactable. Yeah. Even though the matchup is like Snake is a better character, Little Mac is so hard to interact with. He has so much priority in neutral that I need to play defensively, but not campy. It's like I need to be ready to punish everything out of shield that is unsafe. And I really, really need to know my out of shield punishes, because what I was not doing was getting tricked by things that look like they're unsafe on shield but aren't. Like down smash is not unsafe on shield. It does tons of shield stun, and then it can usually F-tilt you out of it if you try to pick an option to punish him out of shield. That'll just beat my down air because it's too slow. Even as a frame 6 out of shield option. And what makes punishing him out of shield so difficult to Snake is like Little Mac's range. Little Mac's like positioning, her box positioning around my shield makes it so weird to know if I can punish him, because he can just outspace me half the time, or he will outspace me by default half the time, because he doesn't have an aerial that he's going to land on my shield with. He doesn't, like, I can punish his dash attack. I can punish every character's dash attack, but he's not dash attacking. He's run up grabbing. He's doing smash attacks, armored smash attacks that do like 25 damage, instantly break my shield. I need it. Playing against Little Mac is so skewed towards his favor that it is literally optimal to camp him out. It's not camp him out, but play defensively. I am constantly neutral. I am constantly at a disadvantage against Little Mac, because my setups don't work against him. He's too fast. He's too small. He has too much like armor and stuff. So I can't shield camp him. I can't proc grenades to cover space because he's too small, and I can't like stuff him out. Most of the time, I can't stuff him out because he's too fast. So there's not a lot I can do to win neutral against Little Mac. I just need to have my edge guards so much better. That's genuinely the hardest thing about the matchup, because I can avoid interacting all day long. I don't have any problem with that, but like outplaying him so many different times in neutral, I can only do that so many times, and I can only avoid getting hit by like tip or up B when I'm in the top blast zone so many times. So it's such a stressful matchup. As soon as he gets KO punch, he's the best character in the game until and I can get one hit on him, because he's predictable about how he goes for KO punch. I can zone him out with grenades, and if one of them hits, I'm good. But he doesn't need to get hit by them. I swear to God, he doesn't need to get hit by them. And like Peanut won't get hit by them. He'll counter them. And it's such a hard matchup. It's not bad for Snake. I just need to have my edge guards so much better. Ledge traps could probably be better against Little Mac. I could be punishing roll, just getting him off stage, and then conditioning him into up smash, covering ledge jump with like jab or up smash, like C4 probably. Yeah. That's how it is. You gotta camp him and then punish him when he's off stage. But me sword fighter, yeah. That's all I have to say. I covered all my money matches. My money match with Atheo, my money match with Pat, my money match with Waker, and my money match with Drake. Lots of fun. Love those guys. I'm gonna miss the scene when I move. They mean a lot to me, especially here in Alaska. I love these guys.